Welcome back to Carneades.org. Today we're going to be answering an important question. Are holidays real? Looking at correspondence versus coherence theories of truth, as well as subjective and objective claims about the world. So, what kind of thing is a holiday? Are statements about holidays things that can be true and false? If so, what makes them true or false? Something physical about the world, or something that people believe? If it's something that people believe, what makes one group's belief true and another's false? If it's something about the world, what physical object is there about the world that corresponds to a holiday? Is something like International Donut Day actually a real holiday? And what would make something a real holiday? So, those are some of the questions we're going to be looking at. Some of these questions may seem a little goofy, but they help us dig into kind of some different metaphysical positions that you might have around things that you might think are more important than just a holiday. So first off, what kind of thing is a holiday? So is a holiday a particular, like a cup or a piano? Or is it a predicate, or maybe an abstract, like being round or being red? Depending on your metaphysics, you may believe different things about abstracts and particulars, but broadly we can kind of make this distinction between subjects and predicates, or particulars and abstracts of something that applies just to this one particular instantiation of an object, or something that applies to many different objects. So an individual cup, an individual piano, or the concept of being round, or the concept of being red. If holidays are anything, they seem to be temporal rather than perhaps physical, like days or hours are temporal. But they reoccur in a way that the year 2019 doesn't, or the day December 27th, 2019 doesn't reoccur. So they're different in some way than kind of those particular years that only happen once. This might lead us to believe that they're more like predicates or abstracts. So we might say it is Earth Day today in the same way we might say it is morning right now, not in the same way we would say that it is the year 2019 right now. Earth Day is something that will happen again in the future and continue happening in the future and has happened in the past. It's something we predicate of multiple days, whereas the year 2019 is only something that happens once. These features seem to make it so that holidays are more like predicates or abstracts that can be instantiated in multiple particulars or subjects. Usually days, but holidays can be weeks or even hours. So, if holidays are predicates, are they objective predicates, like circular or conductive, where statements using them can be true or false? Or are they subjective predicates, like tasty or fun, where there's no real fact of the matter, or at least the fact of the matter is relative to the individual? Something I might think is fun is something you might not think is fun. There's no fact of the matter that can solve our disagreement of this is objectively fun. So the question is, when someone says yesterday was New Year's Day, are they saying something like yesterday was the best day ever, which people is going to be relative to the individual that's saying it, or something like yesterday was the coldest day of the week, which is not going to be relative to individuals. You can say, oh, well, it could be the coldest day in one place, but not in another place, but the coldest day, let's say for the whole globe, global temperatures, for example. Or if we specified yesterday was the coldest day of the week in Morocco. At first glance, it seems hard to defend the claim that holidays are subjective. No matter when you say today is New Year's Day, you could not be wrong. That seems concerning, that it's just your opinion. Most people seem to think that there is a fact of the matter about which day a particular holiday falls on. At least most work supervisors would be concerned if you declared that every day was a holiday and you didn't have to come into work. It seems that your supervisor, at least, is committed to there being some level of objectivity about the day that is New Year's Day or Independence Day. But it's hard to see what things in the world make a statement like that true. If you subscribe to the correspondence theory of truth, it's hard to see what objects in the world make a particular day New Year's Day. If you say the objects that people use to celebrate a particular holiday are what the term corresponds to, then if how people celebrate the holiday changes, the term may fail to refer. If we stop using fireworks to celebrate the 4th of July, then corresponding the 4th of July to people setting off fireworks means that the 4th of July stopped happening when people stopped using fireworks to celebrate it. Or if people celebrate the same holiday in different ways around the globe, then if there's only one set of objects that corresponds to that holiday, they're going to actually be celebrating different holidays, not the same holiday, which could be problematic. Another way to deal with this issue is to subscribe to a coherence theory of truth by cohering with other claims. A claim is true if it coheres with a set of beliefs or a set of claims. For example, you might claim that statements about holidays are made true by their ability to cohere with our other beliefs, fit in with, not contradict, and so on. However, this runs into issues when there are disagreements. Europeans celebrate New Year's Day on one day, but there are different days celebrated by Ethiopians, Chinese, or Muslim people. Which set of beliefs do we check our claim that today is New Year's Day against? Whose set of beliefs does it have to correspond to? Or does it have to cohere with, rather? One way to solve this issue might be to claim that statements about holidays are somewhere between objective and subjective. They are culturally relative. They're not specific to an individual, like today is my favorite day, or objective, like today was the hottest day on record. Rather, they are specific to a culture. When you say today is Halloween, you mean that the claim that today is Halloween coheres with the beliefs of people in your culture. This might even solve borderline cases like International Donut Day. There are cultures, or at least communities, which celebrate such a holiday. So for them, it is true that a particular day is International Donut Day. But for the rest of us, that day is just any other day. It wouldn't be true that that day was International Donut Day, because it doesn't cohere with our beliefs. As a skeptic, I doubt that any holiday exists, because I doubt everything. Even if a coherentist theory of truth and a relativistic definition of holidays may solve our holiday problem, coherentism has a range of other issues, as do correspondence theories of truth, which make them concerning. Check out our series, You Can't Handle the Truth, for more on correspondence theories of truth and coherence theories of truth. We also have videos on a number of the other subjects we've talked about here, such as objective versus subjective, as well as particulars and abstracts. Watch those videos for more. And in the comments, what do you think? Are holidays real? Is this the kind of useless argument that gives philosophy a bad rap? Or is this actually an issue of justice, perhaps, of which group who gets to decide when a holiday is? Or is this just a fun holiday philosophy puzzle? Let me know in the comments, and watch this video and more here at Carneades.org, and stay skeptical, everybody.